Siana koutou whānau. Koutou ngō tawhiti, mai tata, o te rā koutou katoa ko hui mai nei, I raro I te kaupapa kotahi. I tipu ake au ki te ranga moana, engari no Ngāti Maniapoto ki Waikato, me Ngāri ki Kaupitei no Tūranga Nui a Kiwa, ko Zayden Tane ahau tēnā rā tātou katoa. Kia ora koutou. So my project is based around kaupapa kori tinana, kai Māori that Toi Tangata delivers in the New Zealand curriculum and Te Mārautanga or Aotearoa. Bit of an overview. So I'll just talk about what is Te Mārautanga and the curriculum. Then what is physical education in the curriculums, strands of hauora and physical activity, bit of what Toi Tangata delivers, te kaupapa kori tinana and kai Māori, and then a little blurb on Māori health. Te Mārautanga o Aotearoa is a partnership supporting document of the New Zealand curriculum, specifically designed for Māori medium, primary and secondary schools. Te Mārautanga o Aotearoa acknowledges and values te reo Māori, which is the vehicle that supports cultural practices and is the expression for aspects of Māori identity. The vision of Te Mārautanga o Aotearoa is kia tū tangata te akonga, which means enabling students to achieve their full potential. The New Zealand curriculum's values are what they deem important in education. It takes as its starting point for young people to be lifelong learners. So with both of these curriculums combined, they only enhance and help schools give effect to the partnership of the core of our nation's founding document, Te Tiriti o Waitangi. So what is health and physical education in the New Zealand curriculums? So in health and physical education, the focus is on the well-being of students themselves, of other people, and of society through learning in health-related and movement contexts. Within the health and physical education curriculum, the use of the word hauora is based on tā masonjeri, te whare tapawhā. Te whare tapawhā has 4 dimensions which provide a Māori perspective on health. So we have te tā tinana, physical well-being, te tā hinengaro, mental well-being, te tā wairua, spiritual well-being, and te tā whānau, family well-being. At the heart of health and physical education in New Zealand curriculums, there are 4 key concepts. So we have hauora, which is described as a multi-dimensional Māori philosophy of well-being. We have attitudes and values, which incorporates a focus on social justice and positive and respectful attitudes towards the well-being of individuals, others, and the environment. The socio-ecological perspective, view of interrelationships between individuals, groups, and society. And finally, health promotion, a process that involves students in personal and collective action to build and maintain supportive physical or emotional environments. The health and physical education curriculum strands are organized into 4 that explore different facets of well-being. 2 of the strands are more individually focused. So we've got personal health and physical development and movement concepts and motor skills. The other 2 are more collective, outward looking. So we have relationships with other people and healthy communities and environments. The most effective pedagogy that justifies the relevance of health and physical education curriculum in Aotearoa New Zealand schools is the New Zealand curriculum. The New Zealand curriculum explains that although no formula guarantees to learn for every student in every context, there is strong evidence of the kinds of teaching approaches that consistently improve student learning. Evidence shows that students learn best when teachers establish strong relationships with students and their whānau. And so when they create supportive learning environments, encourage reflective thought and action, enhance the relevance of new learning, facilitate shared learning, make connections to prior learning and experience, provide sufficient opportunities to learn and inquire into the teaching-learning relationship. Toi Tangata. It's a good agency, Te Māori agency that develops, delivers and champions kaupapa Māori-based approaches to health, movement and nutrition. Toi Tangata provides learning strategies that are built to provide tauira with the tools and skills in a kaupapa Māori lens. The tools and skills they provide best equip tauira to be lifelong learners. I understand that our kaumātua health is as much of a priority as the health of our rangatahi. So therefore, whatever our rangatahi learn at kura through their hauora health classes within Te Mārautanga Aotearoa, they should be encouraged to go home and spend time with their kuia and karawa and implement these varied or easier kori tinana with them and cook a whānau recipe from Toi Tangata per week, maybe. The recipes that Toi Tangata offer for the whānau and community are nutritional and have Māori influence. Just to name a few, we got barbecue chicken and roast corn salad, strawberry salad, spinach and avocado, roasted titi with kumara and puha, and one of my favorites would have to be the kutai chowder. He pi karere is a kaupapa Māori physical activity nutrition approach that nurtures and develops the whole being of tamaiti in early learning environments. The kaupapa aims to inform kaiako and tamariki of the role that traditional activity plays in growth and development of a child. So in terms of growth, in terms of physical education within Te Mārautanga Aotearoa, at level 1, the Toi Tangata game Hinikeira aligns perfectly with the curriculum in the section of applying movement skills, specifically participating in games. Some of the movements in the game Hinikeira is around balancing a rako on one hand without moving, and then balancing the rako on your favorite hand, stepping forward or backward without dropping the rako. I reckon incorporating these kaupapa kori, tinana and kai Māori that, so this ain't like a few of them, but I reckon incorporating all these kaupapa Māori based things, like it makes students like develop as confident and resilient individuals, realize their full potential, communicate effectively and take pride in their identity. So this slide is just the benefits of doing physical activity and eating healthy at a young age. So yeah, so doing physical activity reduces the risk of these health issues, so heart disease, cancer, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, and obesity. And eating healthy at a younger age, or just in general, really, stabilize their energy, improve their minds, etc. Because of all these health issues, I've always had a passion for improving Māori health, as like we have the highest statistical numbers in the majority of the health issues in New Zealand. So educating tauira earlier on the health issues by implementing more physical activity and nutritional education, I believe is a good strategy to improve these statistics for the future. From my findings, primary and secondary schools that have incorporated more physical activity and strict participation rules result in students being healthier physically and mentally. The same goes for nutritional education. The more it is incorporated, the more the students are educated on the subject. Incorporating physical activity more often during the week will provide the necessary exercise students need to better their health. So this is just a slide of the photos that we took that we all put on our slides anyway, so you've already seen them. But yeah, to close, kaupapa kori tinana and kai Māori kaora that Toi Tangata delivers are undoubtedly key conceptual areas of learning that can be immersed into all subject areas of both Te Mārautanga, Aotearoa and New Zealand curriculum effortlessly. Getting students involved in more physical activity and nutritional education does not only improve their health, but the health of their whānau and ultimately the next generation. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, kia ora no tātou katoa. Kia ora.
Kia ora, Zayden. Thank you for that. No, you guys are mean how you've taken these kaupapa and showing how you can, with the short amount of time that you had, show your understanding, and yeah, you're in for karo on them. And so you're doing a really, really awesome job there, Zayden. Given that you went to a karaeui, kind of experienced the Mārautanga and somewhat, and I guess my pātai to you would be, how do you think, firstly, do you think that you touched on it around, doing more physical activity and nutritional education, but do you think it should be focused on that, or do you think it should be focused on more of the experiences that you had during this internship where you're going out and having the kōrero that going to be?
Personally, the thing that I felt like I missed out most at wharekura was not really learning about our health and stuff. So I wasn't really aware of health issues that Māori has and stuff like that. So I reckon more around that, definitely at wharekura. But I think they've touched up on that now though. And yeah, some more practical stuff would be pretty good too. Yeah.
Ka pai. Awesome. Anyone else got any pātai? Oh,
sorry. I did, well, God, I was 7th form bloody nearly 12 years ago now. So I did health. I actually did health as a subject for NCA level 3, sorry. And yeah, we never really touched on Māori health either. And I only sort of learned about what you're talking about in terms of the inequalities and stuff until I went to university and got introduced to this topic. And I wasn't actually even studying, when I went to university for my undergrad, I wasn't even looking to study health promotion or anything like that in terms of, because of the issues that Māori had. So that's what's led me now to here. So I wish that I'm the same as you back at high school, even though I did health as a 7th former, we never really sort of got into too much depth about the Māori implications and things like that. So yeah, I totally agree. I mean, as I say, it was 12 years ago now, so maybe it has been incorporated a bit more. Maybe Natasha, you can let us know if it is or not. But yeah, just a little bit of 5 cents there.
Ka pai, Petey. Yeah, even being at a university, same thing. You walk into the room and you get hit with the bad statistics for Māori, and then going into teaching, it kind of just became this thing that you did, that you just went over the bad statistics and what are the issues were. And then over time I learned that actually flipping it and looking at the things that we do really well, the things that we enjoy, taking our babies outside when they're getting hosted to around their parents, because that's what they want to do. And so how do we flip our teachings to incorporate the things that we do really, really well? And instead of focusing on the health outcomes, or like Hayley was saying, focusing on health as an outcome, we're never really going to get there. That's not really the way that we want to go. We want to focus on our tirohanga Māori. So it's kind of a bit of both, I would say. So, nā mihi Zayden. Well done. Ka pai.